Hello, good afternoon. My name is Laurie, and I'm from Leeward Community College, along with Jordan Luton and Amy McKee from UH Mānoa. And we want to welcome you to Transfer Tuesday, one of our UH Mānoa Transfer Workshop series. There's a chat button. You're welcome to put questions in the chat at any time. And there's also a Q&A button feature as well. Just to briefly go over today's agenda, we will be sharing about Peace Studies and Peace Corps Certificate with Jose Barzola and student Sarah King. And also we have special guests from the College of Social Sciences at UH Mānoa, and Dawn, Jennifer, Jarrett, Kana, and also Daniel Ferguson. So they'll be introducing themselves a little more as the session goes along.
Before we get started with the session, we just wanted to share a little bit about UH Mnoa with you folks. So the University of Hawaii at Manoa was founded in 1907 and is considered a land, sea, space, and sun grant institution. We have over 100 bachelor's for undergraduate majors for students to choose from, as well as graduate and professional degrees, including law, medicine, business, social work, engineering, and education. We are an NCAA Division I school, a Research 1 institution, and we strive towards being a Native Hawaiian place of learning. And so while you're at the community college, and before you transfer to UH Mnoa, we'd love for you to consider joining the KAEA program. The KAEA program is a partnership between UH Mnoa and the UH community colleges, and we provide proactive academic advising to students. We waive the application fees towards going to Manoa. You have the option to take a Manoa class while you're at the community college, and when you do transfer, you get to register early. If you are interested in joining the KAEA program, please let me know in the chat and I'd be happy to send you more information. In order to join the program, you do need to have at least 24 transferable credits, a 2.0 GPA, and have at least one more semester remaining at the community college. So if you're thinking about transferring to Manoa for fall 2021, definitely join the KAEA program.
Thank you so much, Sarah and Jose. Again, we'll go ahead and transition to social sciences now. And I just want to briefly introduce the panelists. Jarrett, who's a program manager. Kamakana, I'm not sure if he's here, but he's the Native Hawaiian coordinator. Dawn, the academic advisor, as well as Jennifer, academic advisor, and Dan, director of international programs. So thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, so good, I guess this would be afternoon, everybody. My name is Jarrett Leong. I will, for at least this presentation, be the, I guess, host and moderator. And, you know, I want to thank Sarah and Jose for their presentation. Masunaga Group is actually in the College of Social Sciences, and that's what we're going to be focusing on, but we are going to be looking at more of a broad view with focus on the undergraduate programs, pathways, and also other offerings that we have. And then quickly like to note, just based on their presentation as well, two important things for everybody to think about. Always start early with your planning, and talk to the department directly is always a great thing to do, because as Jose mentioned, you can learn a little bit more insight about the application process that you won't find on their website. And also, you may find some insight on how to double count credits, which always saves you time and money. So very important to kind of consider. So with our presentation, move along. Okay, so we will do a quick intro of the team. We do have a quick video, promo video that we have from our College of Social Sciences School of Communication. We do have a welcome message from Dean Conan. And then we get into our presentation and the Q&A. First, the recruitment team. Again, my name is Jarrett Leong. I am the program manager for the public administration program. I also do some advising for that program as well. And I specialize more on grad programs for this team. Kamakana is unfortunately unavailable for this presentation, but he is our Native Hawaiian Initiatives Coordinator. And I'd like to have Dawn introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Dawn Nishida. I'm an academic advisor with the Colleges of Social Sciences, and I sit in economics.
Jennifer Sherrill, and I'm a college advisor with College of Social Sciences.
My name is Dan Ferguson. I'm Director of International Programs and I assist international students.
All right, and our next is our video. Hopefully through this webinar, you guys will be able to, it'll play and you can hear it. So.
UH Mānoa's College of Social Sciences is shaping global citizens, exploring new horizons, striving for social justice. We are breaking barriers, expanding knowledge, empowering others, and standing up for positive change. We are molding young minds, bridging ideas, working for peace, encouraging equality, and building communities. We are the faces of the future. We are the College of Social Sciences.
College of Social Sciences is great. I feel like you can learn a lot here. I really want to make a social change.
I got to know people from other cultures, and their story has made my story.
The college has a lot of great programs to offer and has essentially given me the start to my career.
College of Social Sciences provides this opportunity for students to take learning outside the classroom.
You get to experience the culture, the people, the diversity, and really gain a better understanding of this world we live in.
When I've been on the ground with the people, I felt like this is what I'm meant to do.
The professors have all this experience behind them and they're here waiting to share that with you.
Come to UH Mānoa's College of Social Sciences. It's an awesome opportunity. See you there!
Okay, I'd like to thank our School of Communications for that video. Now we have a welcome message from Dean Conan. Dean Conan is the College of Social Sciences Dean, the Mānoa Academy Dean, Department of Economics Professor, and the U Hero Fellow. Let me introduce you to Dean Denise Conan.
Aloha, I'm Denise Conan, Dean of the College of Social Sciences at the University of Hawaii at Mānoa. I invite you to continue your academic journey with us. UH Mānoa is located on a beautiful 320-acre campus at the entrance to Manoa Valley in Honolulu. And the College of Social Sciences offers many opportunities, academic and extracurricular. We have internationally acclaimed programs and a supportive faculty and staff. Our unique geographic location, combined with our rich cultural heritage, will enable you to meet fellow students from around the world. These encounters will truly bring your studies to life. The value of a social sciences degree is extremely relevant in this day and time. I encourage you to come to the University of Hawaii at Mānoa and experience the transformational opportunities that we have to offer you. Please join us. Mahalo.
Okay, and now I would like to turn it over to our lead advisors, Don Nishida and Jennifer Oshiro.
Thanks, Jarrett. So Jen and I welcome you to our portion. And so here we're going to tell you briefly the story of social sciences because we don't have that much time. We're going to touch on a few things. And if you have any questions or you want more information, then Jarrett's going to put up our email at the end. So who we are and what we can be for you. So the next slide, please. So social sciences, it's so important. And a lot of times students find their major with us or graduate with us. They come in late because they always, they might have other interests and then they start taking classes along the way and then find social sciences. And so then, you know, they'll finish their major in enough time to graduate, but sometimes they miss out on a lot of the other things that we offer, which Jen is gonna go over later. But social sciences is so important, especially in this time of the pandemic, when we're on lockdown, when we're kind of in isolation. I think people are realizing that their relationships with their family, with themselves, with their communities, you know, is so important now. And social sciences helps us understand ourselves, and then it improves the relationships that we have with others. And it kind of helps us understand, right, the world around us and why are these things happening? And along the way, no matter what your major is, you're going to acquire career skills. And we can talk about that a little later, like when, you know, if you want advising. The biggest thing is that the social scientists, I think, is going to play a really important role in what the world is going to be because everything is so different now, right? And when we all come back, the social scientists are going to find a better way, right? So when I looked at careers, right, they say that every career that there is, and again, there's going to be new ones because of the COVID, right? Things are changing, but every career falls into 6 categories. And one of those categories is human services. So of course, all of our majors and departments, some of them are undergraduate and graduate, some are only graduate, like public administration where Jarrett comes from. But no matter what, right, all of those, you can have a career in human services. And human services is like education, government, social services that help people, okay? So we're very important. But I'm gonna go through the next ones real quickly, just so you get an idea. And again, these are just the ones that we came up with in the majors, but I think every major in social sciences can fit under these categories to show you how diverse, how your major in social sciences could go to any career, okay? It's gonna help you. You're gonna learn about people, right? You work with people. So agriculture, food, natural resources, that's like sustainability, things like that. Business, right? That's a big one. A lot of people want business. Next slide. Health, science, technology. It's not just the doctors and the nurses, right? It's working in the hospitals, all the industry that supports it. Engineering, manufacturing, technology. And the last slide of this series is communication and information systems. Okay, so what you see is that all of our majors you can have a career anywhere with our majors. Our majors, you know, a lot of times people just take it for, you know, what it is, like anthropology, right? They think, oh, it's the study of man. But I wanted to tell you that, you know, our majors are multifaceted. So that means like in anthropology, there's archaeology that everybody knows, right? Like Indiana Jones. But there's cultural anthropology where you're going to study about people. And then there's the biology or the biological part of it, where a lot of our science and medical students could have an area there. And so, wait, before I even do this, I just want to hit a little bit on some of the majors, Jarrett. So, you know, I can't do all the majors because we don't have that much time, but I wanted to talk about ethnic studies. Ethnic studies, I call that the jewel of social sciences. Here, you're going to have the support, and it's going to feel like the ohana of a community college, right? But you're going to be at a Research One university. And all of our majors have social justice, but with ethnic studies, students are going to study what happened in the past, what's happening now, and be agents of peaceful change. We have economics, and I call that the hidden jewel of social sciences, because a lot of times it's with either the math or kind of STEM kind of colleges or it's in business. But with economics, it's a quantitative part. So if you get these skills, and they always tie it with people because it's in social sciences, so it's not just straight math. And here you can have lots of, you can have opportunities anywhere, okay? And, okay. So the other thing is there are a lot more majors. Again, they're multifaceted. I don't have that much time. I really want you to explore our majors. We have some special programs, the online and hybrid programs. So we have face-to-face, and again, because of COVID, a lot of it is online, but we have two so we have two online programs, economics and women's studies. You will be able to have your major courses all online. You don't have to worry about it, we have them. Hybrid, it's mainly online, but you have a few face-to-face, so we'll work you through that. The other thing is we also have Aloha Pathways, and we don't have a slide for that, but with Leeward Community College in particular, the online ones are the economics and the women's studies. And we will work with you on any of our other majors to make sure that you transition successfully. Next slide.
Okay, so I'll talk to you a little bit more about minor certificates. So hopefully, you know, as you decide to choose UH Mānoa as a place to come to school, you know, I hope you also consider not only all of our different and diverse majors that we have, but also a minor or certificate. And as Jose had mentioned earlier in the previous presentation, you know, the Peace Studies certificate. One of the biggest benefits of getting a minor or certificate is that it provides an added base of knowledge to you. So for some students who are interested maybe in doing or working in the correctional industry, you know, after graduation, I have a student who's doing a psychology degree for their undergraduate, and then they're also minoring in sociology, where we have a lot of our criminal justice courses. One of the things that you can think about when you do the certificate is that it's not going to add on any extra time or any extra money. A lot of these credits you'll have to do anyway. So basically what you're going to be doing is fulfilling all of those elective credits that you're going to need, and those minors and certificate courses are going to slide right into them. So you can still graduate on time and not have to pay any extra for these courses. Next slide. I also wanted to bring up that we do have something called the BAM program at UH Mānoa. And this is a way for you to actually get your bachelor's and master's degree in a very timely manner. You can save time, you can save money, and you can gain a competitive advantage. By taking some of these graduate level courses as an undergraduate, you'll be able to actually walk away with a master's degree in less time than you would normally. Because usually if you come to UH Mānoa, you'll have to do your bachelor's degree in 2 to 4 years, and then another 2 to 2 years for your graduate level degree. But by doing your the BAM program, you can take your some graduate level courses. As an undergraduate, you're going to be paying undergraduate tuition. And for a lot of these jobs nowadays, you're going to probably need a master's degree. So that's how you can get a competitive advantage. Next slide, please. And these are just a listing of some of our BAM programs. So we have economics, ethnic studies has education administration and educational foundations. Geography is our newest BAM program. And then we also have psychology and political science. Next slide. I also wanted to mention that we do have some innovative opportunities for you to get involved at in the College of Social Sciences. We have two programs, which is service learning and internships. So I highly suggest that you get involved. Internships, basically you'll be able to get some on-the-job training, and sometimes these opportunities turn into jobs. Community engagement through service learning, you'll be able to take what you learn in the classroom and actually put it into real-world experiences. I also suggest that you do get involved with our clubs and honor societies. A lot of these, you know, clubs and honor societies offers opportunities to network with fellow students, possibly gain mentors in the honor society. You can look for scholarship opportunities as well, and also leadership experience. And then we also have global learning opportunities. Next slide.
I'll talk about the global learning part of that. My name is Dan Ferguson. I work with international programs, specifically students who come to UH and the College of Social Science especially have opportunities to not only Of course, international students coming from abroad, wanting to transfer into UH Mānoa College of Social Science, but also for students who are from the United States interested in studying abroad and making an experience abroad a part of their study opportunity. Many of the great thing about social science when it comes to global learning and working or studying abroad is the idea that you can actually do some things within your program that will take you to another country, another culture. And I can attest to the importance in my own case of going abroad for the first time many years ago. There are other opportunities as well. Fulbright Killam Scholarship involves scholarship to study in, I believe, in Canada. National Student Exchange and political internships. We have a political internship program and an advisor for that particular program that you might want to get in touch with if you're interested in those areas. Thank you.
Wow, so I think we were so concerned with making our time that we went through a lot of our stuff very quickly. I think we're way ahead of schedule, but that way now we can answer a little bit more questions, unless Don or Jennifer, if you guys have anything else you guys want to add to it. Again, I think when it comes to the important part of planning early is really going to be beneficial, especially if you're thinking about a BAM or even thinking about a minor or certificate. I know Jennifer talked about, it's not going to necessarily add any extra time or money, but if you have to plan it correctly, right? So if you plan it correctly and you're able to find those opportunities to maybe double count or use the same credit for two different things, which is double counting, those opportunities are there, but you kind of have to make sure that it all falls in line with your graduation timeline. And it kind of starts with working with your advisor and also the department. And I think that's another key thing. With Don and Jennifer, they represent Access, which is the main advising hub for the college. But then when you want to talk to someone like Jose or even myself, when it comes to the actual individual department, that makes sense because we can give you a little bit more insight and specifically how it's prevalent to our actual program. So Don and Jen will have that information, but a lot of times the department will have what's on the horizon and also maybe a little bit more of the specifics and details. So those are kind of things to think about as you go through this journey. So I think we are ready for any Q&A right now. So let me do the stop sharing. Good.
I have a question a student brought up. This might be for Jennifer. It's about the BAM program. I understand the save time, money, and competitive edge, but what exactly does that look like in their senior year of their bachelor's degree? They're taking grad courses. I guess if you can sort of in a nutshell explain the advantages of that. Sounds like a great program.
So actually for the BAM programs, a lot of the departments who have them, they already have, so there is a program sheet or like a program template, so you can kind of see like the schedule, like when you would be starting to take some of the courses. But what it allows you to do is it actually, you would apply a little bit earlier to the grad program. So that's usually, it looks like probably by the time you're a senior, you already have to be accepted. Junior year? So junior year?
Yeah, so junior year, you're gonna apply and they're gonna look for the GPA, right? And if you're accepted, then in your senior year, you're gonna do a couple of 600 level courses and one 400 level. So 9 credits are double dip between undergraduate and graduate. So in essence, you're only paying for 1 year of grad school. So the BAM is like an accelerated grad program.
Thank you.
And do you folks see many students participating in the BAM programs for social sciences?
I think that it's getting more popular. One of the first ones that ever came out was the economics one, but political science, right? Geography just came out with their new one, right? And I expect the psychology. So I've seen psychology ones where they're going to the College of Ed. So I think that especially with this time, right? And then it's so economical that students are going to do more BAMs. I mean, where else can you double dip, right? You're never allowed to double dip normally. So this is amazing.
And with a lot of the changes that are happening within the university, I think we're seeing that there's going to be a lot more opportunities out there. It's not going to be just the same discipline. You may see a cross of a bachelor's in one and going to another, which we already do see, but you might not have to get it all in that one department or one program, which is kind of nice for somebody who's thinking that they want to kind of broaden their view. But yeah, it really comes down to the student kind of starting a little early. So it's good if we have any of the newer students that are watching this, that you might want to talk already about this, what's going on, get an idea if this is right for you. And then you would probably want to plan that out pretty soon.
So the other thing I wanted to say was that, you know, Laurie, I work well with Laurie, right? Laurie and I, we've known each other forever. But we will, if students are interested in the pathways, or they're interested in BAM, or they're interested in our majors, we will work with students before they come over. So it's almost like, you know, you have this whole support team where you have your advisors at your community college, you have your advisor at Manoa where you're gonna come to, right? And so I think it, you know, it's very economical and again, very efficient, right? And I think this is great.
I have another question for the group. What is the most popular major right now? Is it still psychology or?
It's psychology, right? I think psychology is, it's popular in social sciences, that's for sure, right? But it's also, I think, you know, for the whole UH Mānoa, it's like either it was, I don't know if it still is, but it is, right, one of the biggest majors to graduate students, right?
A lot of students are pre-psych majors, right? I mean,
yeah, but I want students to look at the other majors because, you know, psychology is the study of behavior, study of mind, right? But also with the psychology major, there's room for double major because that major doesn't take care of all the upper division credits required at Manoa. A lot of our psych students can do double majors, minors, and certificates without adding any more time or money. And so I think that's a cool thing. But the other thing they have to remember is that all of our majors, even geography, there's cultural geography, all of it has to deal with people. And so, you know, there's so much overlap between our majors, and it's just a matter of finding a professor or a department that has the interest that you have. And it's just fascinating to hear these faculty talk about it.
And I'd have to check to see how many international students, where, you know, what their degrees are in, but they're spread quite a bit. I think psychology is one of them, but there are other programs too.
I know, I feel like College of Social Sciences is just so great because you have a really nice collection of a lot of different great majors, as you mentioned, Dawn, that, you know, can really give you that foundation just going to that next step in your career and your life journey.
Yeah, the thing I'm excited about with it is that there's a lot of global learning and global engagement. That's a big part of really what I think is most important in these kind of fields.
And does study abroad fit well into the social sciences majors?
I think it fits probably the best of all of them, truthfully, because depending upon what the requirements are for specific degrees, students have an easier road to doing something like that, rather than, for example, you know, in engineering or some other, you know, science-based program, which are really focused, really restrictive towards the courses that they have to take. But I think there's more opportunity, and of course it depends on the major, but I think there is a more opportunity to do study abroad, or part of our mixed program, which we have engagement with universities all around the world, where we have this kind of for one, where students will go there and a student will come here. So it's similar to study abroad in a way.
So the College of Social Sciences does encourage study abroad. Thank you for bringing it up, Amy. We encourage it so much that we actually have a study abroad advisor that sits in Access. So if students are interested, they can already start talking to her about it. Early planning is the key, I think, and it does fit with majors, but you just want to make sure, right, that you plan it so that your major, you can graduate in a timely manner, right?
Yep. Definitely early planning. I mean, especially for students coming from community college, it really is important because they've already completed a lot of their, gen ed requirements. And so it's really important to, kind of converse with the advisor dealing with study abroad.
And are there any like financial aid or scholarship opportunities with the College of Social Sciences? Like, do you guys have like any broad scholarships for CSS students, or is it more major specific?
I think it's going to be more major specific at the undergraduate level, and maybe even at the graduate level. Like I sit in economics, so I go to their ceremonies, and so each department I think will have their own scholarships where people will donate. And I think if they want general scholarships, they would probably go to STAR, right, to look for it. But I think students should look everywhere. Again, money is going to be a little harder now, right? But I've been impressed with the economic scholarships. I got to tell you, it is like amazing.
Thank you.
So if there's maybe just a really quick wrap up. Amy put the link in the chat for the BAM and also OHA pathways. And thank you, Jared, for putting the email. Is that your email, Jared?
Yeah.
Just clarifying. Okay.
Yes, that's the
okay.
For College of Social Sciences
Okay.
for our
general. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming. I know you guys, everyone's busy at this time, but thank you so much for coming. And I know students will be tapping into this video. And Dan, thank you for sharing. I was not aware of, the international program. So thank you so much for sharing, Dan.
Glad to help.
Thank you. Any last thoughts from any of our presenters before we wrap up? Okay, let me share my screen one more time. All right. So thank you so much for being here and joining us for the presentation of the Peace Studies program and with the College of Social Sciences. Our next Transfer Tuesday offering is going to be next week, Tuesday, November 17th, with the Hawaii Nui Akea School of Hawaiian Knowledge, as well as the Ethnic Studies program. Okay, hope you check it out.